Hello, listeners, and welcome back to the Win All Day Everyday podcast on this beautiful spring day. I wanted to connect with you today and just let you know that we at Prairie Hockey Academy have decided to close out the podcast booth for the season. My former co-host, Barrett Kropp, has gone on to a new career opportunity, and I just know that we needed a break over the summer. Now, I know it's summer, and I know we have road trips planned, but there's a lot of great podcasts out there for you to listen to. Or maybe you just want to go back and listen to one of the 34 previous episodes that you really liked or that you haven't had a chance to listen to yet. And just so you know, we have already started planning the 24-25 podcast season with some exciting new developments. So just hold off there. Now, my name is Justin Simpkins, and I'm the founder and director of Prairie Hockey Academy and the host of our podcast. I just want to take the time to express a sincere thank you to our listeners and viewers for supporting our inaugural podcast season of Win All Day Every Day. Now, it was a crazy idea, I have to admit that. And at the same time, it turned out to be a lot of fun and a phenomenal season with 34 episodes featuring guests in all areas of high-performance sports, highlighting our discovery of how to build champions in sport and in life. I mean, I thought our guests were phenomenal. They included people like Canadian hockey royalty Dave King and Lauren Mulliken, or even Gardner McDougall, who had a record-breaking, completely perfect season this past year. Then we had nutritionists, strength coaches, and speed experts, scouts, parents of athletes, program builders. I mean, I don't know if you recall or listened to the episode with Adrian Valaka, strength coach of Connor McDavid. He was on the podcast declaring that the Edmonton Oilers will win the Stanley Cup this year. We're only a couple weeks away from knowing if he was right or not, and I believe he might be. Now, there were so many cool perspectives that provided value to you, our listeners. So whether you're a student athlete, a parent, a coach, or just passionate about the pursuit of excellence, I hope you got value from it. Again, I just want to say thank you. I mean, thank you very much for tuning in to listen and to watch our episodes and for sharing them with your friends. Now, I did mention new developments in our next season. We are going to make a slight pivot by renaming our podcast and bringing in new co-hosts for a fresh perspective. So stay tuned for the official announcement on that. What won't change is our focus on exploring the topics centered around what it takes to become a champion. Now, our program here at Prairie Hockey Academy has been passionately committed to building a life champion since we started back in 2017. And in fact, our history kind of goes even further back than that. In one of the episodes that you might have listened to, we talked about the foundations going back to 2009 and just this idea that we had. Just an idea, like, could we use the power of sport, or for us, the power of hockey, to develop life champions? Is that possible? And that's been something that we've really passionately pursued and has driven us forward ever since we started Prairie Hockey. So 12 months ago, we decided to share our exploration and our discoveries with you through a podcast format. And I can tell you today that we are even more committed to this quest. And that's why we're excited to bring you season 2 starting in fall of 2024. So get ready for interviews and discussion with leading experts, world-class athletes, members of our academy, and thought provokers that will lead you to new discoveries within yourself that you had never even imagined. And you know what? Honestly, we'll probably bring back some of our guests from last year because they were just so good. And I know we heard from a lot of you on a number of those guests. So before I sign off for the summer, I'd like to invite you to give us some feedback that we can incorporate into our planning for season 2. Can you tell me, what did you like? What did you not like? What would you like to see that we have not done yet? Or even what would you just like more of? Please leave us a comment on the podcast, or you can email us at info, that's INFO, at prairiehockey.ca. As I sign off, I just want to say thank you one more time for being a part of the first season. Thank you for being you, for sharing this, for being a part of the adventure, and for making it exciting to come to the podcast booth every week and record for you. Have a great summer, and we'll see you soon.